Oh, hi students. I'm Miss Taylor.
Hi, I'm Miss Batat.
Hi, I'm Mr. Buralam.
Hi, I'm Mr. Omolaja.
Oh, so hi everyone. So today we are going to look at this problem that we have. It says we should solve for x. Okay, so in order to solve for x, we notice that we have x squared. The square here, so we have to get rid of the square here. So we have to do the opposite or the inverse of square, which is, okay, yes,
Square root.
the square root. Very good. So we're doing square root on both sides of the equation. After we do the square root, we know that this square will cancel out. So now we'll be left with x is equal to,
There is
4.
did I miss a step?
Yeah, you're missing the plus and minus when it comes to square root of 16.
Oh, okay. So what's the square root of 16?
4.
4.
4. Very good. And as Mr. Bulanam says, there's something important that we have to write. What is it that we're missing again, Mr. Bulanam?
Yeah, we are missing the plus and minus on the square root of 16.
Ah, the plus and the minus are the square root of 16. Okay. So, Mr. Bulanam, can you explain to us why we should have plus and minus?
Yeah, because when we have x squared, we have two solutions. We have a positive one and a negative one. So if we do minus 4 squared, it's going to give us 16. And if we do 4 squared, it's going to give us 16.
Very good. So this is the answer to our problem.
Go.
Okay. So students, what does this mean? X is equal to plus or minus 4, right? It means that x can either be negative 4 or x is equal to 4, which is positive 4. So that is what this means here. X is equal to positive 4 or x is equal to negative 4.
Okay, so now I'm going to do another example. So I'm going to do this on the Google Doc so you can see if you want, you can write it by hand like Miss Taylor did, or you can write it directly in the Google Doc. So this says determine the value of n to the nearest tenth in 61 equals n squared. So just like Miss Taylor showed us, whenever we see n squared, we have to use the inverse of square, which is?
Square root.
Very nice. Okay, so I'm going to put insert equation square root of 61 equals insert equation square root of n squared.
Okay, kids, are we missing something here?
Oh yeah. Whenever we take square root, I have to put plus or minus. So if I go here, I can get my plus or minus. Because square root always has two answers. So x squared will always have two answers. Okay, so I know on this side, if I do square root of n squared, they'll cancel and I'll just have n. On the other side, I'm not quite sure what this is. I can't think of a number that if I multiply by itself will be 61. Can you?
No. We need calculator.
Okay, let me get my calculator. So I have the square root of 61. To put in square root, I'm going to press second x squared. That gives me square root. So second x squared. Then I put in 61 and press enter. And it gives me this really long number. This is an irrational number that never ends. And I want to round it to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to start by copying this number, 7.8102, 7.8102. And I have to put my plus or minus. Okay, and it continues forever. But this wants it to the nearest tenth. How many decimal places do I need to look at for the nearest tenth?
One, miss.
One.
I know. One.
Okay, remember 10 has 1 0, so we need one number. So I'm going to write, still plus or minus, 7. Is that my number? One
No.
number?
No.
Why not?
After the decimal point.
After the, yeah.
After the decimal. So 8. So can I just cut it off here without looking at the rest of the numbers?
You gotta look at the
No,
rest
you have
numbers.
to look.
So if I look, my next number is 1. Is that number small or is it big?
Small.
Small.
It's less than 5.
So if it's less than 5, it's a small number, then we can just write 0.8. If instead it had been 5, which is a bigger number, we would have to add 1 to make it 9. But it's not, so we'll just leave it as this, equals n. So now Mr. Omalash is going to show you how you can upload this if you take a picture from your phone.
Yeah, after you've done that beautiful work, you need to submit to your teacher. And how will you go about it? I have this your phone. First, you go to your Google Classroom on your phone. Then you look for your class. Now I'm a student here. Look at the class. You go to click on this one. Once you click on your class, you look at the assignment. Let's see.
Classwork.
Oh, classwork. Yeah, go to your classwork. After the classwork, you look at the assignment. Let's say this is the assignment here. Once you get the assignment, then you go to the bottom of your work. You're going to press on your work. You see? And after that, you're going to now add attachments. You're going to click on this. Then once you click on that, then it's going to say use your camera. And this is time when you're going to take your camera to take the picture of your work. You take a picture. After you take the picture, let's say I take a picture here now. So now I have the picture here now. I need to submit it. Then I'm going to say use picture. I'm going to here use photo. You see it's attaching. You wait a little bit after it's attached. It's taking forever. But after you attach it, you're going to now press on turn it or submit. In that case, the teacher will see it and grade it.
If you have any questions, let any of your teachers know. We'll all love to help you.
Yes, we do.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Bye-bye.